Series. Today we start our first game here against Pittsburgh, our first time that we'll see them this season. Us coming off a loss in our last game, first game of the month, and we took a loss. But looking to get back on the horse here, facing the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are sitting in the 500 mark so far this year. Our last loss, just our 10th loss of the season. And to look at the starters today, we got Jake Arrieta, 3-2 this season with a 2.03 ERA. Took a tough luck loss last time out against the Brewers when Addison Russell threw the ball into the dugout, costing us that ball game. He'll be squaring off against Francisco Liriano, who's 2-2 this season with a 4.94 ERA. So he's been getting hit around a little bit. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this ball game, and let's see if we can get back on the horse here, get a W here in Pittsburgh, and hopefully gain some ground on the Cardinals, who have been playing very well as of late. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and kick it out to Matt, Eric, and Steve out at PNC Park in Pittsburgh, and I'll be back after this one, guys. Enjoy.
Now from the north shore of the Allegheny River, there's a beautiful look at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Two of the game's great sluggers, McCutchen and Rizzo, are next on the show. Francisco Liriano, the Dominican left-hander, will get the nod to start here. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, he's looking to knock down that ERA. You see there, he's into the fours, looking to have a little better start than what he's been accustomed to.
Dexter Fowler heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, number 24.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Yeah, a nice job there as this one gets right up the middle to start the ball game. Always nice to put a guy in the stretch right from the very start.
Jason Hayward will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike one. Eric, we look at this Pirate ball club as they enter play here tonight. They come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, and that last loss dropped them back to the 500 mark on the year. So obviously they'd like to get back into that positive numbers with a win here.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Liriano sets. Here's the 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
And this guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
Here's a fastball now that's hit softly down the line to third. And he is in there.
Well, you talk about being locked in at the plate right now. That is 10 straight games with a base hit now. And it's going to be a lot of fun to see how long he can keep this thing going.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he'll take a look at ball one.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
The 1-0 delivery. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, overall, Parker is a solid umpire, but I have seen sometimes when there was some inconsistency calling the corners. As a pitcher, it seems he doesn't always give you the same spot when it's on the black.
1-2 now as that's in there at the knees.
Oh, nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
First and second here with nobody out. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Back goes Polanco. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and hit for third. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, this team doesn't hit all that many doubles, so they're going to have to string some hits together. But a few more extra base hits could really jumpstart a rally for you, and I think that could help this ball club.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss.
Well, that was a rough one yesterday, but he's still hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
Now, with runners at the corners and 2 strikes, this is a spot where you've got to make something positive come out of this on the mound.
The 0-2 delivery. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch Andrew McCutchen out there in that outfield. Man, he can play. Does a lot of things defensively, can go get the ball, covers a lot of ground, and has a pretty darn good throwing arm as well.
Chris Bryant will stand in now. 0 for 4 in that day game yesterday.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have him in my lineup every day. He's had 8 RBIs over his last 10 games. Yesterday was just a little bit of an off day for him.
Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and that strikeout previously may have been just the kick in the pants he needed. He comes right back here and fires that fastball right by the next guy.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
And you get the sense that he's starting to figure things out. He lets the first 2 men of the inning reach. Now he's settled down, and he's close to getting out of this thing with a 0.
Trying to escape unscathed here in the first. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Jake Arrieta is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. What's your take on him, EK?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
Gregory Polanco comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Right fielder, Gregory Polanco.
try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Bryant takes it in, and they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
Into the box, Josh Harrison. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Squared that one up just a little late. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. It's offline, but he's out. Gunned down trying to swipe the base.
Well, so much for that first hit of the game. Now he's going to try to press his luck and take second, but a good throw cuts him down.
Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Now they head out on the road for what'll be a pretty short trip before they get back home.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. On the move is Hayward. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And here's how Clint Hurdle set his Pirates lineup for this one. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, Matt, one guy that's always worth the price of admission, Andrew McCutchen. He's a very tough guy to get out. In fact, he leads the National League in on-base percentage coming into the day, so expect him to make something happen offensively for this club. He seems to do just that almost every game.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike one. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
0-1 count and the pitch. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Bucks go down quietly. After 1, no score. Jorge Soler makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Fielder, Jorge Soler.
I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Right, especially starting off an at-bat.
Grounded to third. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting 7th, the catcher, number 3, David Ross.
David Ross will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Liriano into his motion. 1-1 pitch on its way. Hits it high and deep out to center field. McCutchen going back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Oh, man, he hit this ball a ton. We'll give you a look at where this thing is, and no surprise, right out over the heart of the plate. And the center fielder's got to turn and play this one off the wall, and that's a good job of getting this thing back in and holding his man to just 2 bases.
Addison Russell strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games. He's set. Here it comes. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 1 out and a runner on second base. And he misses with it. 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
The one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Grounded to the right. A spin and a throw, and a leap over at first, but he comes down with his foot on the bag to record the out. Whew.
All right, now you're looking at no way for them to manufacture a run, really. There's a guy on third now, but 2 outs. That really wasn't all that helpful.
Coming to the plate now, Jake Arrieta, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Line towards center field. And the Cubs are going to strike first here. It's a base hit, and they have taken a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that's a good job right there with 2 away to pick up the first run of the ball game from third base. Very important to cash in when you're given the early opportunities, and he comes through big time right there.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. And now Harrison will look this one in to retire the side. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom of the second. The Cubbies are in front, 1-0. Leading off the inning, Starling Marte, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
A little bouncer. Foul ball, however, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Hit out towards second. Zobrist is there, and he's set down 1 away. With a moment now, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, the last place you want to hit the ball against this team, right field. He won the Gold Glove Award last year. He can go get him with the best of anyone.
John Jaso will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Here it comes on 1-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Fowler on the run. 2 gone.
Batting 6th, catcher, Francisco Cervelli.
Francisco Cervelli will stride in now. Back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game. Takes this the other way to right. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
And let's watch this swing in show motion. You're going to see this pitch just tie him up in knots, but somehow he's able to fist it all the way out to right field.
David Freese set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Zobrist has it. Throw will go to Russell covering at second, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Jason Hayward is
Leading
into
off
the
for the
box
Cubs,
as we are all set
right
to
fielder,
begin the third.
Jason Hayward.
And right back at it is Liriano as he gets ahead on the first pitch of the inning here. 0-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Dribbled up the line. To his left, Jasso. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
And for a first baseman, if the most direct route is to just tag the guy, that's what you do. You know, there's no sense in trying to throw it to your pitcher or your second baseman covering, especially if you don't have to.
Ben Zobrist is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Liriano gets the sign. First pitch on its way. Boy, and good pop to the fastball there from Liriano. Strike 1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
If you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate,
Now batting,
this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Everything away here, and with pretty good reason.
Yeah, they'll say, left field, it's all yours. You want to beat us that way? Go ahead and do it.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Looks like Liriano's got it working now. And his club's keeping it close. It's 1-0. Jordy Mercer will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
Well, it's still early in this season, but if he keeps this up, he's going to be looking to get paid in the offseason. His contract is up after this year.
First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. Grounded back up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Oh, my goodness, this guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
The pitcher, Francisco Liriano, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Squaring is Liriano when he gets the bunt down. To second for one, on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Yeah, you want to put this down to the right side, force that first baseman to field it, but that ball's butted just way too hard, so that's a good decision defensively to go ahead and take the force at second.
Here's Gregory Polanco. So weighed out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Here comes the 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Taken in by Zobrist. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first.
I think these guys are pretty lucky just to get an out on this play. You see, they try to start the double play at second base. That doesn't work out, and they're pretty fortunate that the relay throw is in time to at least get the out at first.
Josh Harrison stands in as he'll take a breaking ball in off the plate for ball one.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now.
Yeah, you can't afford to be selective now. You've got to expand that zone. Try and put something in play.
And he reaches for one, but can't find it as he's down on strikes for the final out. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Chris Bryant is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Chris Bryant.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
This guy has been amazing. He's thrown a first pitch strike to around 80% of the batters he faced, and we're in the middle innings now, so you know he's doing well.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike two called. Trying to strike him out for the second time. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Yeah, make it 3 straight strikeouts for him now. But what's impressive is that these aren't just any hitters up there. These are the 3, 4, and 5 guys in the lineup. And he went through them like they weren't even there.
Jorge Soler stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. And Liriano's ready. Here's the first pitch. High and deep to left center field. Marte going back. Still ranging back. Gone! So a solo shot here to left center field as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
Boy, the ball is definitely jumping here early. That's the first home run we've seen so far, but it's not the first hard hit ball, and it's looking like it might not be such a good night to be a pitcher.
Standing in now, David Ross.
David Ross.
Swinging a high pop-up. Could be tough back behind third. Freeze is camped under this one, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Addison.
Nice. A good pitch there to record the out. You can see on the graphic with 39 strikes, his ball-to-strike ratio is way out of whack. Just seems like guys are up there swinging at just about everything he's throwing.
Striding into the box, Addison Russell. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike.
Yeah, he just really pulled off of that pitch. This is a 2-seamer working its way down and away, and he wasn't even close.
And, oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off.
I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
And, you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
The 2-1 on its way. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Got him. Cubs get a run here thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 2-0 Chicago. Andrew McCutchen is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
Fastball called for strike 2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe 4-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Soler on the move. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting, number 6.
And these two teams right back at it tomorrow night. We'll have coverage of Game 2 of the series in high definition on the show as you get a look there at the 2 starters scheduled to oppose one another. Starling Marte stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Two and 0 count, and the pitch. 2-1.
This is a guy that's got to understand his abilities here. He's got the speed to beat out any ground ball, but he's taking uppercut swings trying to go yard.
Swung on and chopped up the middle towards second. Zobrist is there. Throw just does get him at first as he was really moving that time.
You know, a lot of times when you get a slow grounder and a fast runner, that can be a bad combination. So this is a nice job of realizing the situation and getting to this ball quickly to throw him out.
Here's John Jaso now. Hit hard toward the right side. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. Around first, heading for second now. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Fair or foul? We'll let you be the judge. I thought I saw some chalk kick up on that one, and yeah, you can see it right there. It pretty clearly kicks up a puff of white, so that's a good call by the first base umpire, and that'll wind up turning into a double.
Stepping in now, Francisco Cervelli, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Jake Arrieta heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
The pitcher, number 49, Jake Arrieta.
Liriano has his target. First pitch on the way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. The pitch count there. One pitch into his fifth inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Oh, a lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Yeah, still a little late with that swing. He's got to get going a little sooner.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these two guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
Dexter Fowler will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Line to the right side, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but this is one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Here's Jason Hayward now. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. But they're on top 2-0. David Freese will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
And I think with no one on base, you know, this is a guy you need to come after. I certainly wouldn't be afraid to give him a fastball here.
Lined hard toward right center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. So with the leadoff man on base, let's take a look at our daily feature here. This date in baseball history. Digging in, Jordy Mercer. He reached on a single in his first try.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
From the stretch. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1.
And you know, whenever he's been in trouble on the mound, he's found a way to turn things around, and that's a good job to start this guy with strike 1.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And another foul ball. Slow bouncer to the right side. Reined in. There's one. Return throw not in time, and that turned into a closer play than I thought it would at first sight.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just 1 at second.
In now, Francisco Liriano. And they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. Throw to second, and they get him. So the sacrifice attempt is unsuccessful here. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
Yeah, you want to put this down to the right side, force that first baseman to field it, but that ball is butted just way too hard. So that's a good decision defensively to go ahead and take the force at second.
Here's Gregory Polanco. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field as the Pirates have come back to tie things at 2.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so He's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Josh Harrison stands in. As he'll ground this one foul off to the right. It's strike one. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Boy, tough slider right there. Had him leaning back. I don't think he could have done anything with that pitch, even if he did swing at it.
2 out, nobody on. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes. But the Pirates do get a couple here on this 2-run home run. 5 innings complete, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Ben Zobrist will get settled in here as the Cubs look to get it going in their half of the 6th.
Ben Zobrist.
Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, and it's strike one.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
And he falls behind 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Now the 0-2 pitch. And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah. That thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. As with 1 away, he won't catch up with the fastball, and it's 0-1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
This is exactly what he needed after his guys came back to tie the ball game. He's only 1 out away from a shutdown inning.
Chris Bryant stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Smoked on the ground left side, and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Yeah, he got a little revenge there. He struck out twice before that, and now he gets him back with a solid base hit.
Jorge Soler stands in, coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Boy, we've seen a lot of guys be late on that fastball tonight, and I think that all comes from being a little over-aggressive.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. Got him lunging that time as he pushes one on the ground to second. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. When we return, it'll be Andrew McCutchen to start things out. Home half of the 6th inning coming up, deadlocked at 2 apiece. And here is Andrew McCutchen now. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Andrew McCutchen.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you gotta figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
Shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Now batting.
And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't trade places with that guy for anything. I mean, this would sting on a 95-degree afternoon in Arlington. But on a cold night like this, he's going to be feeling that for a couple of hours. That's called a good old-fashioned jam sandwich.
Here's Starling Marte, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball one. Ground ball right side. Zobrist deep in the hole, and they won't have a play as he reaches it first. Let's see how this is scored.
And if this is almost any other guy in baseball, he's going to be out. But he just gets down that line so fast, and he winds up beating this one out.
John Jaso will dig in. He doubled his last time.
And remember, he jumped all over that first pitch, so don't be surprised if he does it here again.
Marte off for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. It skips in, and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there. So he's in safely there following the one-out steal of second, and with that, we take you to our team leaderboard to display the clubs with the most stolen bases so far this year.
Yeah, and there you see where they rank in that stat category. You can't go to sleep on these guys on the base paths. They're not real prolific, but they'll swipe one if you're not careful.
Reaches out for one and hits it on the ground to second. And now this ball's going to wind up out of play, and that'll compound matters even further.
And remember here, on a ball that's out of play, the rule states that a runner gets the base he was running to plus one more. So that's going to allow him to come all the way in to score.
Into the box, Francisco Cervelli, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
A classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Now in the box, David Freese. He singled his last time up. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Arrieta sets. Here comes the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Now with runners at the corners, up by one with one away, some managers, they will at least consider the possibility of a hit and run here.
A 1 pitch on its way. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
And this one gets away. That could be a run. So the lead runner holds on, but the trailer will take second.
Well, the silver lining to this play is the fact that the runner on third was forced to stay right where he is. But with one away, it was a heads-up move over there at first to go ahead and take second base, perhaps staying out of the possible double play.
Runners are at second and third with one down. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Yeah, he's still sticking with that fastball, but you start to get the sense that it's flattening out just a little bit. That could be a warning sign.
Hit to short. Gloved by Russell. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
And this is just good baseball here all around. You've got 2 guys in scoring position, 1 away. At the very least, you need to make sure you get something out of this inning. And he does that by driving in the run.
Jordy Mercer stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. You get the sense that things are starting to get away from him a bit out there.
It all comes from falling behind hitters and then having to come in there with something good to hit. That's going to get you every time.
The 1-0 delivery. Just missing here, 2-0. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
3-0 now.
I think all these hits are making him a little gun-shy out there. He's starting to aim the ball and to nibble. When calls don't go your way, that could be trouble.
Comes with a slider, 3-0, but gets it over for strike 1.
Still a base open here, so you don't have to come in with one if you don't want to.
Hit on the ground to short. Russell has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 1 man left on. 7th inning coming up. Pittsburgh leads this one 4-2. David Ross is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
On a less than impressive swing there to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you've just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. To short. Taken in by Mercer. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Well, a good pitch there to get the out. And looking ahead, he's due to lead off the next half inning. So, in all likelihood, this could be the end of the line for him on the mound.
Addison Russell will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. And this will be taken in without much trouble. It's an easy start to the 7th. 2 gone.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Matt Caesar will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
And they just keep taking him farther and farther out.
Seventh inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Way outside. 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 2 runs, 6 hits. 1 error for the Cubs to this point. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Cubs are down in order. Still down by a count of 4-2. Neil Ramirez will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Neil Ramirez.
Francisco Liriano will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
On the ground to the right side. Rizzo is there, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
The right fielder, number 25, Gregory Polanco.
Gregory Polanco will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. From the stretch, here's the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
2 really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
Here he comes on 2-0. Here's Zobrist now at second. Fielded cleanly on to first, and there are 2 down.
Boy, and on 2-0, if that pitch isn't right where you want it, you got to let it go. You still have the count in your favor at 2-1. Here he goes after a pitch that, although it was a strike, that's a pitcher's strike. That's not the pitch you want to hit. And all he can do is hit an easy grounder.
Josh Harrison stands in as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Called strike 0-2.
And sometimes you can mistake being patient for being passive. I mean, unless he was really fooled there, that's a pitch he needs to be swinging at.
Sinking line drive out to right center. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. Oh, and this goes right past him. So problems out there in right field as this is going to wind up going as an E9. Andrew McCutchen takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base.
Yeah, a base hit right through the infield would probably do it, but you can bet those guys in the outfield are going to be coming up gunning if they get any chance at all.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Pirates leave one, but they still lead this one 4-2. Leading off the inning, Dexter Fowler, and they'll need him to get something going here. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Jason Hayward comes to the plate here, and we'll see how they play it with that leadoff man on base.
Yeah, and in this situation, you've got to move that runner to second any way you can, so we're going to see how they decide to play it right here.
The fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1-0.
You've got to wonder if fatigue's becoming a bigger factor here to start the 8th.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Right side, hit hard. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Let's train our show motion camera on that runner at first base. Here, he might have had a shot to get around to third, but you see him have to hold up to make sure the baseball doesn't hit him. And by the time he gets going again, he knows he'll have to hold on at second base.
Now here's Clint Hurdle out of the Pittsburgh dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to be all for Francisco Liriano. So he'll leave with the lead. Can't lose this one, but he is responsible for the 2 runners out there, so he could get a no decision if they were to come around and score. Tony Watson will come on now in an awfully tough spot as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Ben Zobrist will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. There's Harrison for one. On to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
Oh, it's just so nice to be able to bring in a reliever that can get you a ground ball. Sure enough, first batter he faces, he gets him to hit the ball on the ground, and it turns into a very important double play.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike one.
And after 3 strikeouts already, you can bet he's going to be pressing up there at the plate, trying to make something happen. And that just might make things worse.
And here's a sinker that causes him to back away, as that just about got him.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Inside with the sinker, and that'll keep him honest at the plate. Sinker, and that's ruled strike two.
And this would be a great escape if he could strand that runner at third after those back-to-back singles to start things off.
Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail it here 4-2. Starling Marte gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Clayton Richard is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
33, Clayton Richard.
Starling Marte stands in.
Leading off for the Pirates, number 6, left fielder, Starling Marte.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. On his way to second goes Marte. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Right center field. This is a fastball, and he just slashes this thing the other way into the gap. No real chance for the outfielders to cut that one off, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Into the box now, John Jaso. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this might advance the runner as it's on the ground to second. And a throw on by Zobrist gets him at first for out number 1.
Well, and that's just a really nice job right there. After the leadoff double, I don't care who the next guy is, he has to, at the very least, make a productive out. And that's a good job right there as he gets his man to third, now with just 1 out.
Francisco Cervelli strides forward now with a very important insurance run standing over at third.
Yeah, this one's been a well-played, close game, so that's a big run down there.
And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. Trotting in to score is the runner from third, and that'll push the lead up to 3 here in the 8th.
Maybe an important run right there, and you got to figure every run's important in a low-scoring ball game. But that now pushes the lead to 5-2, so you got to think that they're liking their chances right about now.
David Freese steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. First pitch on its way. Snap throw from the catcher. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Runner's going. On the ground to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
I'm not too sure whether that was a designed hit and run or not. He may have just been going on his own. By running, he does stay out of the double play.
Jordy Mercer will step in, a ground out victim as last time. First delivery to him on the way. And that's dead center for strike 1.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think he'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. 1-1, here it is. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
And now here, 1-2. This is where you need your best pitch. You've got to strand that runner out there at second base and keep the deficit just at 3.
Into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Oh, and he botches it. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's now 6-2.
And you wonder if maybe this one is the one that finishes things off. That's going to make this a 6-2 game now. And with time running short, 4 runs might be just a little too much to make up the way they've swung the bats.
Chris Stewart will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first.
Chris Stewart.
Hit hard down the right field line, but foul. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. A runner on first with 2 away. Hit to short. Underhanded flip on to Zobrist for the force, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 9th inning coming up. Pirates lead it 6-2. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Pittsburgh, PA. 9th inning about to start in this one. Mark Melanson will come on here. Not a save situation, but he'll try to close it out nonetheless.
Melanson.
Kicking off the top of the 9th, Chris Bryant. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field, and deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 6th home run on the season for him. And with that, it's now a 6-3 ball game.
And goodness, this is just the second pitch that's coming on, and I guarantee you he was not looking to put it there. This is right in the wheelhouse, and he just didn't miss that one.
In is Jorge Soler.
Left fielder, Jorge.
As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
That's the way you want to see guys respond after giving up a home run. You know, some guys, they go into a shell, they hang their heads. Some guys get a little gun shy, they start to nibble at the corners. This guy, he gets teed off, and he comes right after the next guy in the lineup. If I'm a pitching coach, that's what I want to see.
Into the box now, David Ross. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Here's Addison Russell. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Runners on first with one down. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. McCutchen looking up. Gone! Two-run shot to straightaway center, and this will make things interesting at this point. It's now a 6-5 game.
One rule for being a successful closer, you gotta keep the ball in the ballpark. Well, he's still got a lead to work with after this home run, but his margin for error is pretty much gone now.
Ryan Vogelsong will come on now as he'll try to record the final 2 outs here.
Ryan Vogelsong.
Kyle Schwarber will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Schwarber.
Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
Yeah, sometimes you give a power hitter like this a fastball at eye level, and he just can't help himself.
And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him. Swing and another one deep out to center field. McCutchen racing back to the track, to the wall. Gone! They've tied the game on back-to-back home runs. So it's a solo shot to dead center. 8th home run on the season for him. As they pull even, it's 6-6 now.
Well, you talk about firing up a dugout. Back-to-back home runs will do it. That last home run cut the lead down to 1, and now he steps right up as the next batter and finishes the job, tying the ball game here with one swing.
Here's Dexter Fowler now.
Center fielder Dexter Fowler.
Hit hard to short. Mercer is there. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder Jason Hayward.
Jason Hayward digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1.
Oh, that is a nice pitch right there. You kind of slow it down and give him that big breaking ball to start off the at-bat. Make sure he's not a guy that's looking to ambush that first pitch fastball.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up.
That ball was so deep in his kitchen, that was the only thing he could do was foul it off, break his bat, and hope to get a better pitch on the next one.
The 1-2 pitch. And he strikes him out on a good pitch, so 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning. So not a good turn of events for this home crowd, as now their 9th inning lead has evaporated. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order due up, and we are all even at 6 apiece. Trevor Cahill will come on needing to get 3 outs here to try to send this game to extra innings.
Trevor Cahill.
Gregory Polanco will stand in to lead things off here in, can you believe it, a tie ball game again.
Yeah, this thing has had more ups and downs than my 401k. And I've got a feeling we've got some more to come.
They'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. Good sinker there by Cahill. Sent on the ground to Zobrist at second. A quick out number 1.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Josh Harrison.
Digging in now, Josh Harrison. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
That's a pitch you really have to learn to take against a guy like this. But even if you make contact, you're just going to get something in on the label, so that's a great take.
And he misses low with it, 2-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this pitch is inside, and he can't find the zone all of a sudden. 3-0.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. To not be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
And he gets the call there, 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up on that inside corner, or this guy will bury you.
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he lays off ball 4, so now the potential winning run is aboard at first.
Yeah, they went to the slider there on 3-2, and that's a pitch where you're really hoping the hitter will see fastball and swing through it. But it didn't work out that time. He winds up losing him.
Andrew McCutchen has a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap.
And in the field, I've got to expect them to be playing what's called no doubles defense, Matt. Basically, you got to guard the line.
Gone! Santa Maria! Game over! So a 2-run homer down the line in left. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
It looked like he saved his best work here for the final swing. And these guys are certainly amped up as he wins it with a game-winning homer.
Quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Pirates win it 8-6. Good night from Pittsburgh.
Here now is our final line score tonight for the victorious Pirates.
All right, guys, we just could not seem to win this ball game here. We came back in the ninth inning just to lose it in the bottom half of the ninth inning on a home run by Andrew McCutchen, and just we shouldn't have even been in that game as bad as we played, and the fact that we were even in it I was surprised, but nonetheless a loss. Trevor Cahill takes his second loss of the season. Ryan Vogelsong picks up his first win of the season, even though he gave up the tying run in the ninth inning. And but I mean, we did get some good offensive production finally, but not enough obviously to win this one. Looking forward to tomorrow. We got John Lester. He's 2-1 this season. He'll be squaring off against Jeff Locke. That's who the Pirates will send to the mound, and he's 1-2 on the season. So hopefully we can get him better than we got Francisco Liriano. But that's going to go ahead and do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to follow us here on YouTube at Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network, as well on Twitch at Life of Raw Sports Gaming, and then don't forget to give us a follow on Twitter as well at LRSGN. I'm Big Dope 7, and you guys be sure to keep it real.